Hi, I'm Richard Randall, and welcome to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker. She's the owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, and this is the weekly radio show that informs and educates you on how to buy or sell real estate with Colorado's Real Estate Authority. That is Barb Schlinker. Barb Schlinker is a retired Navy veteran. Barb is an author. Barb Schlinker is also a pilot, and Barb and her team enjoy all that Colorado and the Front Range have to offer. Barb, always great to be talking with you. Now, every week, the Real Estate Voice covers great information about the housing market and one of people's largest assets, that is the home. Barb, what are we going to be talking about today?
Well, Richard, I'm excited about today's show. I try to keep the topics current to what's going on right now. So we'll start with what is going on with the housing market. We are seeing a slowdown happen for sure. The question is it going to crash? If you watch some of the bloggers that are up on YouTube, the sky is falling in their view. And it's all very much tied to interest rates. So we're going to talk about that. And then because this comes up on almost every transaction, I wanted to discuss how a home seller should prepare for dealing with their sewer line or their septic system when they're selling a home. These two systems come under extreme scrutiny from the buyer, and they can be very big ticket items to fix. So I always want home sellers to be ahead of that issue. And then the next topic we're going to talk about is really how to maximize the selling price when you do sell your home. So we're going to go over some tips on what to do to get the most amount of money. And then the very last topic we're going to talk about is something brand new. It's a new offer program that we're offering that basically we offer home sellers the ability to order some basic things to get their house ready for sale, like carpet and paint and stuff like that. But they don't have to pay upfront out of pocket for it, and they can just get reimbursed, or we get reimbursed out of the closing. And of course, I always love talking about our hot new listings. Richard?
Now, Barb, the Fed continues on its path of raising interest rates again and again and again. The past week, mortgage rates rose for no apparent reason that I can tell, but you're smarter than me. Where do you think this housing market is headed?
Well, it's been very clear that the more the Fed raises the rates, the fewer buyers can afford that payment. So that means some buyers stop buying, they choose not to buy. Some home sellers that might have wanted to upgrade their home choose not to sell, and that's why we're seeing a lower inventory. Is they're sitting on 2.5%, 3% interest rates. So to improve their home, they're going to be paying right now a 30-year fixed mortgage rate as of today is at 7.48%. It went up a third of percent in just 1 week. So every time that interest rate goes up, it means for people getting a loan, their payment is going to be a whole lot higher. Now, the Fed did this for the purpose of reducing inflation. And to some extent, he has been successful. He dropped it down to over 8%. Now it's 3.2%. But there's some other factors in the economy that don't indicate that it's all that strong. So I'm hearing words like stagflation, which I don't know what that means. But everybody is thinking he's going to continue to raise a little bit or stay the same. And the problem is, higher mortgage rates just crush affordability for home buyers. Mortgage rates are actually up 2 full percentage points from a year ago. And it also has an impact on the number of available homes on the market as well, because if people are thinking of making a move to maybe a bigger home or downsizing to a smaller home, they've got to reconsider what is their payment going to do if they're having to pay 7.5 now versus there's 2.5 or 3% interest rate that they're sitting on right now. And what they call that is would-be home sellers that are reluctant to move is they're stuck with what's called the golden handcuff. They have this awesome low interest rate, and if they buy another home, they're going to pay much more. In fact, right now, a typical buyer would pay about $420 more a month than they would have just a year ago. I mean, that's amazing. And, so some of these buyers out there are either going to sit on the sideline and rent, or they're going to find some other solutions. Some of those solutions actually are getting an adjustable rate mortgage. So you remember when we had all these back in the early 2000s, Richard?
I do, and they would go up over and over again. But people who bought the homes didn't really understand how much they were going to go up when they first bought the home.
Exactly. And so if you get an adjustable rate, I would sit down with your mortgage broker and be very clear about where that payment is going to be going into the future. Because that's what happened during the meltdown is they were promising these unbelievable teaser rates of 1%. And they're going, oh yeah, get me that 1% so I can buy a better house. So they bought these houses, and then 2 years later, the payment adjusted not by a little bit. People's payments more than doubled overnight, and most people couldn't afford it, and that's why you saw this big foreclosure implosion. Now, the good news is they changed the law since then. The borrower has to qualify for the ultimate adjusted rate these days, but that's what people are doing. I did that when I bought my first house. At the time, I think the rates were, I'm going to guess, somewhere between 10 and 11. And I did this, it's an adjustable rate mortgage that goes up for 3 years, just 1% until it gets to market rates. And that was fine. It kind of eases you in to those higher payments instead of getting it all at once. Another problem we're having right now is builders. Their sales have slowed down by anywhere from 6 to 7%. And they're trying to offer incentives like buying down the interest rate, or giving upgrade incentives to the buyers. But even the builders are starting to cut their price right now, and they're very strict. They will not accept a sale contingency. I've been working with a few buyers with new construction, and if you have to sell your home to build a new home, the answer will be no. Let us know when it's sold, and then we'll start building your house. And the inventory is really, really low right now. Most of the home sellers that are selling right now is because they really have to move. Either they have to downsize because they got too much house to take care of, or they have to have a bigger house, or there is some compelling reason for them to move. And if you look at what the Fed is predicting right now, is that, right now they kind of think the stock market and all that has baked in rates or keep it the same. We don't really know right now, but the people that are buying, I would definitely suggest that you take a hard look at what's out there. Maybe consider some alternative type of mortgages, like an adjustable rate mortgage or something like that. So my name is Barb Schlinker. I'm the broker owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. I'm on the Barb Schlinker team. I'm also the host of this show, Your Real Estate Voice. And we're talking about how the interest rate surge could actually cause a home price drop. And next up, what we're going to talk about is what home sellers should do and expect to see in the coming market, and what they need to do if they need to sell in this current market condition. The current condition is kind of an anomaly in that probably since 2019 until now, we've seen over 40% of housing values go up. That's amazing. That's really, really fast. So home sellers have to expect that, okay, maybe I won't get a 40% appreciation. Maybe I'll only get 30, but that's still pretty good. And if you are thinking of making a move, we can help you in any kind of market, even in a cooling market. Right now, what's going on in the Pikes Peak region for the month of July, we saw prices drop. In the Denver metro area, we saw sales drop 14%. We saw the median price drop by 1%. Days on market went up, and pending sales, which is a future indicator, are down by 1%. So that's telling me there's going to be a little bit more inventory. Homes are going to take longer to sell, and you have to be prepared when you go on the market. We have over 27,414 buyers on just our website looking for homes. Typically, we can match about 100 buyers for any home. So if you are thinking of making a move, give us a call at 719-301-3900, or go to barbhasthebuyers.com, and you can find all of our free reports on there. Click on the free reports button. There's a lot of good information if you're not ready right now. Richard?
Barb, we're discussing the Fed's recent increase on the Fed borrowing rate and whether or not it has an effect on the housing market. So, Barb Schlinker, what should home sellers expect and do in this market situation?
Well, first of all, what I call the three P's are absolutely key in getting your house ready for sale. It's nothing like it was even early last year or the year before. That was a crazy boom, bidding wars everywhere. If that happens, it means that there's either something really nice that's priced very low or something just priced very low. Expect longer days on the market. Expect buyers to be pickier than ever. And that is why preparation absolutely is key. All right, so what should home sellers do? They should make sure that they prepare their home to get the highest price. That means pricing it right. We sell homes year round. Don't worry about the season. For some people, they may not be ready to sell right now. They want to time the market for their own needs, and there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people are saying things to me like, did we miss the big market? Did we miss the boom? No, the prices are still 35 to 40% higher. You didn't miss anything. But the way you get your home sold fast and deal with the pain of showing and people coming through your house and inspections and all that as quickly as possible is to make sure you get those three P's right: preparation, pricing, and hire the right agent that knows how to promote it and help you do those three things: preparation, pricing, and promotion. And that's what we do. And right now, the stats are that fewer buyers really want homes that need work. They don't want to do that. They don't want to fix anything. So I get the question a lot, well, shouldn't I just give a carpet allowance? No, that doesn't really work. And the reason it doesn't work is buyers can't visualize fresh carpet when they walk in. Now, there are some situations where you might just have to deal with it. I talked to one of my clients today that's got a couple of dogs, and one of them is a senior citizen, and he gets sick sometimes and leaves a mess. So she didn't want to put new carpet and have them have accidents. And that makes sense. But we can deal with that by letting the agents know what's going on. But it's key to get the pictures right, because buyers are eliminating at least 88% of the homes based on the online presentation. So if you don't get that right, they won't come and look at it. And so home sellers need to know how to make sure that their home is marketed so their buyers won't reject their home out of the gate. If it needs work, it needs to be priced low. If it doesn't need work, it needs to be priced what I call realistically versus optimistically. So if you are thinking of making a move, go to barbhasthebuyers.com. We'd love to sit down and do an in-home free consultation on what to do, what not to do to get your house ready for sale, show you what your home will sell for, and give you a really good idea what you'll put in your pocket when it sells. And you can reach us at barbhasthebuyers.com or call us at 719-301-3900. Richard?
You're listening to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. She really is the voice. And if you're thinking of making a move, call Barb at 719-301-3900 or visit barbhasthebuyers.com. That's barbhasthebuyers.com. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be talking about sewer and septic systems and how home sellers should prepare when they're selling their home. That's right after this. Stay tuned.